All right, today we're going to be making goulash. It's all done in one pot. It's actually really simple and really good if you do it right. I've tried a lot of really terrible recipes. You're going to want to start with 1 pound of ground beef. And we just take this right straight from the freezer. The ground beef that we'd packaged up prior into 1 pound packages. Put it in the microwave for 1 minute on each side. And it makes it exactly the right consistency for it, just like it just came fresh out of the fridge. Look at that. So we're going to brown this ground beef. And then we're going to drain it. And we're going to chop an onion while we wait. If you do not have a saucepan that you can fry hamburger in, don't stress it. All you got to do, you see how that little bits of brown is sticking to my skillet right there? That'll happen really bad if you have a stainless steel pot. But this can be done in the stainless steel pot. All you got to do is add a 1/4 cup of water, which will evaporate or drain back off with the grease when you're done cooking. So you can cook your hamburger into the bottom of your stainless steel pot. You don't need to get a frying pan dirty for this. Alright, now that our ground beef is about halfway cooked, we're just going to add 1 diced onion. And continue cooking for 2 or 3 minutes. There's not enough grease in here to drain. Just enough to add some flavor. Okay, we're going to add in 3 cups of water. And 1 tablespoon of beef base. Or you could use 3 cups of broth, roasted beef base. And it smells good when you open the can. That's important. And then you're just going to want to stir that beef base into that liquid while this is coming to a boil. Don't want any of it to go to waste. So we're just using the spoon that we measured in. Get it all nice and cleaned out. There we go.
There you go.
And after you get that beef base mixed in there really well, starting to get all fragrant already, we're going to add in a 28-ounce can. Some of these are 29-ounce can of diced tomatoes. Petite diced tomatoes is better. And you're also going to add a 29-ounce can of tomato sauce.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. We're going to add 1 can of cream-style corn, but you could use regular corn. Oh, really? And then we're going to add 1 can of cut green beans that we have drained. And we're just going to bring this up to a boil. Let's get it mixed up really well. There we go. Looking good already. And smelling good already. Ooh, let's add in our salt and pepper. Add 1 teaspoon of pepper. And 1 teaspoon of salt. And you want to be careful on the salt on this because all those canned vegetables have plenty of sodium already. And if you're like me and have high blood pressure, you got to back off that a little bit. Then we're going to add, we're just going to use our same measure spoon that we used for our beef base here. We're going to add 1 tablespoon. Oh, thanks. Of Italian seasoning. Or you could use oregano too. And then you're going to add 1 tablespoon of basil. Yes, now we're all done with that. I'm going to mix that up. Starting to smell good already. After your sauce comes to a boil here, we're going to add in 2 cups of dried elbow noodles. Okay, dump them in, baby. Be very careful. It's going to splash boiling water all over. Do it very slow. Don't touch the edge. Nice and slowly. Ooh, so slow. Right in the middle. Ooh, look at you. Good job. A little bit more, huh? Because I just used that for water. It's all stuck to it. Good job.
Right. A tiny more.
Okay. Cooking these noodles in the sauce makes those noodles so much more flavorful.
Right. Add more.
And some more. You want me to use my spoon or you got it? You got this?
Look how I mix.
It's very hot. You got to mix carefully and slow. After this comes back to a boil, we're going to put a lid on it and turn it down to a simmer. Yes. Now we're boiling. All right, let's set that timer for 15 minutes. And we're going to put that lid on there. And then we're going to turn it down to low. It's very hot. Where's your mitt? Just make sure that it doesn't go too low.
With the mitt.
Nice. Yep. Oh, that's perfect. All right. We'll be back in 15 minutes. Okay, you're going to want to stir this about halfway through. And don't worry if little bits are sticking to the bottom. That will change after this next step. So our timer is just about to go off. We got 6 seconds left on it. But all we're going to do is turn this burner off. There we go. And we're going to give it a stir real quick. And then we're going to replace that lid. And then we're just going to let it rest for another 10 minutes. Maybe even 15 minutes. But while it's resting here, all of those bits that are stuck to the bottom are going to release. All right, let's get that lid back on before we lose all the heat. Set our timer for another 15 minutes. Okay, and this is what it looks like when it's all done. The sauce will thicken as it stands because it's still pretty hot. I don't know if you can see all that steam. A lot of steam. So good. All right, and you just want to serve this with a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese, especially for the kids. That makes them want to eat. All right, we'll see you next time.